Cologne's got a 2.56, Syndergaard a 2.51. Their fielding independent pitching is just as good or better. And then there's Matt Harvey at a 4.76. The guy that you would figure would be the very best guy. What's with him?
Stuff is not the same, Brian. I don't know whether it's the toll of last season, pitching all those innings after the Tommy John surgery, but this is a guy pitching without his two best weapons. Number one weapon, the fastball up. This is what I'm talking about, late life with good spin rate, where you can elevate the ball, especially when you're in trouble, where you can go to that next gear. See the runners in scoring position? This is what he did all of last season. When he needed it, it was there. This year, when you need it, look at that, 93. You can't pitch up at 93 and punch your way out of trouble. Tries it again. I don't know what that was at 89. But again, you're not seeing the late life, the swing and miss on the fastball up because it's just not there. Now, the other weapon from Harvey has been the slider. Last year, disappearing pitch, had great depth to it. You're going to see the miles an hour. Yeah, that's important. That's an indication of arm health, arm speed. But to me, that right there is the difference maker, the depth, the downward drop on that pitch. This year, velocity down, not nearly the same kind of depth on the slider. It's turned from a swing and miss pitch to a contact pitch. Again, this depth, I don't see much there at all. Middle of the plate without much drop to it at all. That pitch getting hammered. Hitters hitting over 400 on the slider. Again, last year, watch the depth. We'll actually match them up. The 15 slider and the 16 slider. And that's a good indication of the average location of those pitches. There's about 3 to 4 inches less depth on his slider this year. He doesn't have his two best weapons. Spin rate, again, that's how StatCast is going to define late life on the fastball. Look at the difference. That's concerning to me. And I know, again, it's early. Your eyes are telling you, the hitters are telling you that fastball doesn't have the same life upstairs. And now StatCast is telling you that's why the spin rate. And again, let's take a look at what happens after Tommy John surgery. It's not unusual for these guys. We see them in uniform, back on the mound. We think they're as good as new. They're not. This is fastball swing and miss percentage. And you can see with the other guys, Strasburg, Wainwright, it doesn't come back immediately.
Right.
I think that's what he's fighting right now. He had it last year for a while, but still not like he had before the surgery.
That's awesome. By the way, that's a data deluge that you just threw. If you have a DVR, roll it back, watch it again. Because I'm looking at it going, oh, hold on a second, let's take a look at this. But you can see the stuff. You showed it visually, and then you can see it with StatCast. The stuff, the action is not quite the same.
Well, and one thing we didn't see there, his changeup, too, for me, he doesn't have a third dominant pitch. So those two pitches have to be dominant because his speed differential between his fastball and slider is not offset by a quality, devastating changeup. BK, for me, athletically, I've always questioned, Tom, whether this guy has that feel of his body to be able to, that internal clock to be able to separate on time. He's so far down the hill in his separation. He rushes to catch up. You know, he doesn't make those kind of adjustments. They don't come easily for him.
He does talk a lot about the timing of his delivery, the execution of the delivery, not quite where he wants it. I'm not sure if it's a matter of arm strength right now or mechanics, but he has some work to do, especially after the game last night where his stuff...
You know, the good thing
and
is...
he wasn't feeling terrific last night either, so I'll give him that,
You know what?
too.
And the good thing is their other pitching is so good that they can let him kind of work through his issues and hopefully get him back again.
Yeah, they're down to their last 4 great guys in their rotation.